guys, welcome to another process video using the scrappery kit from February, which was called Bella, and I've also used some pieces from the bits and pieces kit called Valerie, and not 100% sure, but I think I also used a couple pieces from the Pretty Little kit as well, which was called Juliet. So I combined all three kits onto a layout. This was actually the last layout of 3 that I did with the kits. I've also done 2 Project Life spreads, so, and I still have heaps left over, so I may end up doing some more. But anyway, I decided I wanted to kind of put something down the bottom of the layout, like a strip of something. So I've cut a gold strip from this DIY shop paper, and combine that with a couple of other smaller strips of paper, including that branding strip from the now I'm trying to remember what paper that was from, the little plain one. I think it might have been maybe pink paisley. Anyway, I've put them down the bottom of the page, and the idea was to scatter embellishments vertically within the photo, so you'll see what I mean as I go along. So I'm just sort of, my dogs are deciding to bark now that I'm doing a voiceover. Bella! Yes, I'm using the kit called Bella and I have a dog called Bella. Very confusing. They're outside my window being little terrors. So I'm just mounting the photo on some paper. This one, actually that is where the branding strip is from. It's from the Pebbles We Go Together line, which was the paper I just used to mount that photo on. And now I'm using some of the Kiss Kiss collection just to bring in a little bit of pink. So I knew that I wanted to stick the photo in the middle of the page and work around it. So I'm adding some black velvet mist splatters. So I just placed some paper over the photo because I'm very unco when it comes to misting, and if I didn't cover up the photo, I'd most likely end up with a splotch in the middle of someone's face. I wanted to incorporate this floral paper, so what I did was cut out one of the flowers with some tiny scissors and I popped it at the top of the layout. So at this point of the layout, I'm kind of I knew the basic idea of the layout, but I'm placing things down before I commit too much to where things will be going. So what I decided to do now was to get my stitching done. So I've stitched on the bottom of the layout along a couple of the strips of paper. I'm just going to put the layout in front of me so I know what I'm talking about. So I've added stitching to the blue strip with the plains from the branding strip and also the grey lace paper. And then when I finished that, I decided that I actually wanted to stitch around the edge of the whole layout just to give it a finished edge as well. So I'm going around the perimeter of my layout. My sewing machine is playing up a little bit at the moment and the tension's not exactly right, but that's fine because I don't mind it being a little bit imperfect anyway. I probably should YouTube university it and work out how to fix the tension on my sewing machine. It's a rather basic sewing machine anyway, so it's not really advanced, but I should sit down and work that out. So now that I've stitched around the edges, I'm just working where things are going now. So I wanted to use the pink coloured Pink Paisley Bella Rouge sequin heart, which I knew I wanted in that corner because I did have it on the right hand corner of the photo, but it covered up my face, so I popped it there. And I've used some or one of the Dear Lizzie hearts from the Bits and Pieces kit, which is like the puffy leather looking pieces. And now I've got these letters out, which are from the Pink Paisley Bella Rouge collection, and they're like an acrylic letter, so I'm just sifting through trying to find the letters to spell out me and you, and I found it really hard to find the epistand, so I stopped the video while I did that. Made the mistake of deciding I really wanted to add tissue paper after I'd already stuck this photo down. I couldn't lift it up because I had sewed some of it down. So what I did was just lift up and put it behind where I could reach. So it just adds like another texture to behind the photo. And this tissue paper you actually get free. The kits come wrapped in it, so you can always use that as well. So I'm just applying my tape runner to these letters to stick them down. As they're flat on the back, it works really well. And this gorgeous tag is from the Bits and Pieces kit, and it's from the Kiss Kiss crepe paper line, and it's the layered tags, I believe. It's got some gorgeous sewn on hearts, and I've just tried a bit of raffia on the top of that, which I think I got off like a present, came wrapped on something that I hoard and save, so I've just stuck that there, which I thought worked really well with the cluster of the heart. And now I'm adding some gold sequin trim, which was from the January kits. I think Orla, the Bits and Pieces kit last month, had lots of gold bits. I have been using this sequin trim on everything, and so I'm pretty sure it's on, I'm just having a quick look. No, it's on 2 of my 3 layouts this month as well. So I do love that trim a lot. So I picked like a few pieces and I'm just moving them around and around to try and work out where they're going to go. I put one of these heart brads from the Kiss Kiss line, which are like little conversation hearts. They are from the Pretty Little kit, so I've put one on a scrapbooking layout as well. I'm just adding some arrows. I ended up putting above the photo, the arrows were pointing to the left, and then on the bottom of the photo I ended up putting some arrows pointing to the right, just so that it sort of balanced it out. So I'm keeping all of my embellishments on the vertical above and below the photo, just keeping it really simple, lots of white space. And now I'm adding the Peacock Feathers Distress Stain, splattering some on the photos. I did use this on the other layouts, but I used the Picked Raspberry, which is the pink. So I've gone with the blue on this layout since I was trying to tie in the blue branding strip at the bottom, as well as the blue in the arrows and the heart brad. And it was nice to sort of not use the pink on every layout, although I did use the distress stain on every layout because it's a relatively new product in my stash and I've been a little bit obsessed with using it, so that's why you're seeing it everywhere. As well as that gold sequin trim. So I'm also adding some of these glitter hearts, which are from the Pebbles We Go Together line, and I can't recall off the top of my head what kit they were from. It's either the PLK or TSK kit. And they're just a gorgeous glittery sticker. Now I'm using this Pebbles rotary stamp, like a stamp roller, and I've spelled out the word lovely, and I'm just stamping that directly onto the layout in a few places. I think I put it underneath where the journaling ended up going and also to the right hand side. And I'm sticking down a little cluster of hearts next to the title. This picture is of my partner and I. We were just being silly and took a selfie in the car. So, I mean, I don't get many pictures with my partner. We just always take pictures of our son. So it's nice to have a different picture. And since this month's kit was very love themed, it was a good chance to use that picture anyway. And I didn't print any pictures specifically to use with this kit. I just used the pictures I had already printed. So it worked well. I just added one of those gold hearts from the Dear Lizzie phrase stickers to tie in the gold at the bottom and the gold sequin trim. And now I'm trying to use up some rub-ons. I'm really wary with rub-ons and I like to get them used up rather quickly because I know that they don't last all that long before they won't rub anymore. So I have used quite a few on the layouts and bits and pieces I've done this month. So I'm adding some arrows up the top and some of the cute hearts they had, which were like the conversation hearts as well. I think I used 3 of those. One of them says love, wink and kiss. And I've added some little love hearts directly onto the photo. These particular rub-ons rub on really well, so I didn't have to worry about them being cracked or looking funny. I think I ended up just moving a couple of bits and pieces around that I wasn't happy with. And then I also went and typed my journaling on my typewriter, printed it I typed it out and did my journaling that way. Because I did some handwritten journaling on the other layout, so I thought I'd mix it up this month and include some typewritten journaling as well, because I haven't done it on the last few layouts. Just adding some of those gorgeous enamel heart dot stickers. They're something really different that I've enjoyed using since, I mean, I usually use enamel dots, so it's good to have something a bit different. So now I'm just cutting the journaling that I typed up my typewriter into strips and adding it below my photo. I just added a little bit about how we were having so much fun being silly in the car, and you know, it's fun to have light-hearted moments, so they're nice to scrapbook when, you know, they're just fun, silly, everyday things. So when I do my journaling, I tend to type it up on just a plain 6x4 Project Life card and put it through the typewriter, and it works just fine for me. Gives me plenty of space to journal, and I cut them freehand. I mean, you can cut them on a trimmer if you want, but I don't worry too much about being perfect. So just arrange them on there, and then I just use my tape runner to stick them down. So I'm pretty sure after I've put my journaling down, this is pretty much the layout done. And then I think I give you some close-up looks at the layout. So I really hope you enjoyed another process video using the scrappery kits, and I'll see you next time. Bye!